Being a teenager is exciting, figuring out who you want to be, spreading your wings and believing that everything is possible. Type 1 diabetes takes away your freedom.
I was diagnosed November 24th, 2006. I remember very clearly them coming into the room and saying, "You need to go to Duke, the doctors are waiting for you," which was the scariest thing because if they're waiting for you, something's wrong. We went to the hospital and stayed there overnight. They did a bunch of blood work, and it was about midnight when I got my room, and they told me that I had type 1 diabetes.
You have to be very responsible when you're the oldest. You can't play too rough. When they break your stuff, you can't yell, and you have to make sure they don't get hurt. Type 1 diabetes hurts every day.
I help him, and sometimes Oscar does not feel it because we put on some cream to make sure he doesn't feel it. We have to give him some insulin, and when he's low, then we give him some milk or something. Something to eat, maybe.
Exploring the world, finding fascination in the smallest things, running everywhere you can and laughing just because. Type 1 diabetes makes you stop when you don't want to.
My name is Sans, and I have diabetes, and I'm 4. I like playing armies with him.
We're told to stop bugging one another, not be so bossy. We're supposed to share and be nice to each other. It's a lot to ask of kids. Type 1 diabetes makes even stronger demands.
He had a drinking go potty lot, so Mama had to go see the doctor with him, and the doctor said that they had to go to the hospital and they had to spend the night there. I need a pump, and I need to check my sugar and get shots. He sometimes be a little crazy because of where his sugar is. Like you go and it shows you numbers, and then that's the insulin that you have to give me.
Milestones measure our lives. Starting kindergarten, high school, graduation, first year of college, a beautiful wedding, and looking into the eyes of your newborn child. Type 1 diabetes is always there, even in the happiest of times.
Well, I'd been sick for a long time. They didn't know exactly what was wrong, and they kept thinking it was mono and to go home and sleep. And so it was really a misdiagnosis because I actually slept into a diabetic coma. When they told me at the hospital, "You have diabetes," and I said, "Okay, so what does that mean? What do I have to do?" And I remember practicing on a teddy bear of where to give the shots. So it was kind of a whirlwind.
Type 1 diabetes changes everything for the whole family.
We had made cookies, but Maddie's blood sugar was high and she couldn't eat any. And I was, why? Why couldn't she eat cookies? She always could before. And we were both little and just didn't understand that you had to think about that and that the whole family kind of had to adjust what was going on.
In middle school, you don't think of having to drink a diet drink, so that was a big change, going to sugar-free stuff. In fact, my first birthday was shortly after I'd gotten diagnosed, and my mom had a big birthday party, and she didn't know what to do because she said, "What do I do without a cake?" And so she baked this sugar-free cake. That was terrible, and all my friends were politely trying to eat it, but so there were some changes we had to make.
Getting educated and learning more about diabetes and juvenile onset diabetes and just sort of the changes that would take place around our house.
Type 1 diabetes is going to be eliminated one day.
We used to have a pump on his waist, and now we didn't really like that one anymore, and now we have an arm pump. We sticked it on and it sticks on, and when we put on the new one, it holds.
The year before I was diagnosed, we did the JDRF walk. And then later that year, I was actually diagnosed with it, so I actually got to know what I was walking for.
Tonight, we want to thank you for your support to help us cure, treat, and prevent type 1 diabetes. With your help, we can give those we love hope and close in on a cure.
From the day that I was diagnosed and we got put in touch with someone at JDRF, they've been wonderful. I think they do more than any of us can even realize. Continue giving, continue supporting JDRF, because without them, I don't think we'd make half the strides that we've made so far.
And stuff that can take care of his diabetes. Yeah, so I don't need diabetes anymore. Please find a cue. Happy on a cue.